Hey y'all, it's Candy,
Hallie,
and Cindy, and
We are Mon Amour.
Amour.
We're wives, mothers, sisters, daughters, and friends.
We own a boutique in the heart of Vacherie, Louisiana, where we have one stoplight, one grocery store, and a whole lot of cane fields.
We have big dreams for ourselves and for our beautiful community. We've had some really high highs and some lows along the way.
Each week, we will dive into different topics, moments, and memories that we've experienced on our journey.
So grab your cup of coffee and join us for Mon Amour Mondays, where we will talk about clothes, our chaos, and a whole lot of Jesus.
Good morning, everybody.
Totally unplanned, but we walked in with the same shirt this morning. So neither one agreed to change.
Special guests, too. It's just life.
Part of the chaos.
Right. We had a few people ask us questions on our little Google Doc. Always feel free to either message us or comment on the videos what you want to know about. One of them was getting to know about the accident with the vehicle through the building, and then another one about Market. So this episode, we're going to talk about the little accident that had happened last year, almost around this time.
Yeah, in March,
yeah.
I think. Hallie had left on a bachelorette trip.
Yes.
She had also just found out she was pregnant, and it was, probably like 4-ish, I guess, 4:30. I was getting home with the kids, and before I could even get them out the car, Emma was calling. And she's like, Miss Candy, we have an accident at the store. We need you to come. She's like, a car hit the store. I'm like, okay. So threw the boys back in the car and we head this way. And I'm looking and I don't see a car in the store. I'm like, that's odd. There's no car in the store.
If you know how our building is set up, the front of our store faces the highway. And where the vehicle came in was actually from the side where we have another building and neighbors on the side of us. So completely opposite of what you would think would happen.
Yes. So pull up. At this point, I do see the car in the store, like halfway in the store. All we were concerned about was everyone okay. The girls got out. And Rachel was here. We had a customer in the fitting room who decided to take off what she was trying on.
Yes.
And get back in her own clothes. We're like, you could have had that. You could have left.
You deserve to leave.
But everyone got out of the store. And by the grace of God, the car was inches from the electrical panel.
Everything. We still have, if you ever come in and you want to see it, we still have some scuff marks and tire marks on the floors. It's just accessories to the building now. But I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. And I feel like it didn't necessarily break us down. Of course, in the moment, we were like, how are we ever going to recover from this? We just opened it. Hasn't even been a year. But instead, it just built us up because the community was so supportive. We had people coming out of the woodworks asking, what do y'all need? What do y'all want us to do? What do we need to haul? They supplied, plywood to pretty much close up this whole wall that was missing. And we could put in, a picture or two just to show, how it was. It was just hard seeing me not being here, getting those pictures, realizing all the hard work that we poured into this space that we think is so beautiful and so is something to our community. It was just hard getting that. On a funny note, I wasn't laughing then, but Candy here, you have to understand how Candy and I she's so much more laid back than me. I get super nervous. She just delivers things not the best. No offense. I get a phone call, okay, and Candy's like, how? She's like, I needed to tell you this. She says, because I'm sure people are going to be calling you. She says, or you'll find out eventually. So my heart immediately sinks. I'm like, what's going on? And she says, we had somebody who came through the building and let me see how exactly she said.
A lady ran through the store.
She ran through the store and she had a seizure. So maybe it's just me being gullible, but I was like, oh, she was running because she didn't know how to act and she just knocked down some stuff. I'm like, oh, is she okay? Is everything's replaceable? Did stuff break? What is it? She's like, yeah. She's like, some stuff broke. I was like, okay. I was like, it's fine. She's like, okay, I gotta go. I was like, okay. So we hang up. So then my husband calls me. He's like, how? He's like, did you see everything? And I'm like, wait, why do you know about it? What's wrong? And he's like, Hallie, it's awful. And I'm like, wait, I'm like, Candy? He's like, I'm gonna send you some pictures. And then he hangs up. So I'm starting to get jittery. I'm like, what is going on? I get these pictures, y'all. Car in the middle of our store. I get back on the phone and I call Candy. I said, you failed to mention there is a car in the store. And she's like, oh, yeah, that is the biggest point of this whole story. I was like, she didn't just knock down a few things. I was like, it's the whole wall. But needless to say, it was...
Like I guess our biggest thing is like everything is replaceable.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know tragedy happens, things happen. Luckily, the lady was okay. Yes. Amen.
It really could have been
no
like...
one was hurt.
Yes, so much worse. And honestly, the best part about it to me is that we had our building blessed and we have a crucifix that's actually right above us that was completely untouched. This wall, and it gives me like goosebumps like just thinking about it, because like whenever we walked in, like untouched, y'all, this whole wall, this like column, like everything was pretty much done except like it was just hanging perfectly. So I mean, definitely
protected, for sure.
Absolutely.
And then again, I mean, we say it all the time, like our community is the best. Yes. Literally so much help. I mean, we moved the whole store out. The guys covered the wall, closed everything off.
Everything, like the dust and like just the brick, like was everywhere. So, I mean, we had it mopped and everything. I don't know.
And we moved out, and I think we moved the entire store out. Yeah. Like we took over the party room at my house.
Yes.
It was our store for a month. But here we are, and like just resilient. Yes. And
we were determined to be back as soon as possible.
And so I think Cindy picked this week's Bible verse because she knew what we were going to be talking about, and it's Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. And we knew God had a future with us, and like, we never ask why things happen to us. It only makes you stronger as long as you have faith and believe.
Yes, absolutely.
And then items for this week. Obviously, this is a new arrival that we both love.
She copied me. No, I lie. She was in it, and I showed up in it.
First. Restocking on the alley-oop brush.
Seen these around the holidays. They made great stocking stuffers. We didn't keep them very long.
You're being so good, Briggs. And it's a 4-in-1, so if you're traveling or if you just don't like a whole lot of brushes. All
comes with like a little, I think, silicone travel bag too.
Yes. Restocking the lip glosses as well. Y'all love those. And then for our girls,
yes, how
these
cute
just
are these?
Arrived.
They're meant, like, they're called spa robes, so they Velcro. You can kind of show like in the front. They're adjustable with like buttons for the sleeves as well. But the lady at Market told us that they do really well during the summer to cover up the girls' bathing suits. So like this is an awesome Easter gift.
So spa robe, beach cover up, swim cover up.
All of the above.
And they're so cute. It's that plush fabric that they all love in the little shorts.
Yes.
Super soft.
So cute.
And as always, we want to thank our coffee sponsor, Sweet Cravings Pastry.
Cheers.
Y'all have a good week.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Mon Amour Mondays.
We will see you back next week.
Same place, same time.
Have a blessed week.